Welcome to Small Business Stories, part of Campaign Shop Independent. Each week we will be going behind the scenes of small businesses from across the country, from studios, high street shops and kitchen tables, bringing to life the magic of small businesses and the stories collected along the adventure of being a founder. Thank you to our small business supporters NatWest, 3, Dell, Royal Mail and Pinterest. In this week's episode, The Midnight Makers, we meet 3 businesses who know a thing or two about burning the midnight oil to get deliveries out of the door. Their stories highlight not only the passion and love that goes into creating and running your own small business, but the reality of just how much hard work it takes to succeed. This week we meet the new business owners Ingrid and Lisa, who founded the Mallow Makers just a few weeks ago. Martha, creator of stationery brand Marthabrooke, and Mako, the founder of Berry & Brie.
I'm Lisa.
And I'm Ingrid.
And we're the Mallow Makers from County Down, Northern Ireland.
We sell marshmallows, but really we call them squishy hugs. The whole ethos behind our mallows is that you're sending hugs to people you love in the post, people you maybe can't see, can't be with, just to let them know you're thinking about them.
We sell 2 types of mallow. This is our letterbox mallow, and then we also sell jumbo mallows, which are extra squishy, and these are for toasting mallows at the campfire. So it was a strange old start to the year for both of us. Ingrid was made redundant from her job as a graphic designer. Actually, on the night that Boris announced that the country was going into lockdown back in March, I went into labour with my second child.
Well, yeah, I think the obvious thing was to really ask, do I want to go into employment again or become self-employed? So during a business coaching session, I was asked to say 5 things about myself nobody else would know. So one of these things was I make the world's best marshmallows.
And having worked with Ingrid for 10 years, this was the first time that I found this out. And then we met for a socially distanced coffee one day outside I had my children. We thought, should we actually turn this into a business and just see? And we just thought, why not? What's to lose? And then we said, okay, so how many shall we try and sell? What should we had no financial backing. We had no money because Ingrid was unemployed and I'm on maternity leave. So we had nothing to start with. And we thought, okay, let's go for 20. And then we sat with our coffee and said 25. And then we thought, why not? Let's just go for it. Let's go for 40. So that was on the 1st of October. By the 16th of November, we had pre-sales of 1,500 orders. And a following of over 5,000 on Instagram. We are currently sitting in Ingrid's living room, which once was her living room, and her whole family have been now moved upstairs. Ingrid is up to all hours of the night baking mallows, aren't you? And then all of the process that goes with that, the cleaning up, all of the tidying, and then connecting with all of our followers on social media happens in the evenings, answering all of our DMs, emails. It all has to happen after the children go to bed.
Like I did full day Friday, full day Saturday, full day Sunday baking, and that's just for this week's orders going out. So that has to be done at the weekend in order to be ready for this week's dispatch.
And likewise, I take my 2 children out for nap time, and particularly on the wet days, we go for a drive. So the 2 of them are napping in the back of the car, whilst I am replying to everyone on social media, organising suppliers, talking to their customers, replying to emails, all of the things. And that happens during naps. And then phones down, business is cancelled for the next few hours, mummy again until bedtime, and then we start all over again. People love it, customers want more, and we should really, while the going is good and life is giving you something good, you have to grab it with both hands and give it your all. And I think we're both of that mindset that we could have had a very different end to 2020, but actually we've made something really amazing happen out of it, and we're both really proud of that and willing to keep it going.
Hi, I'm Martha Keith, founder of Marthabrooke. We're a personalised stationery brand creating beautiful paper goods designed to uplift and inspire our customers. When the business started 7 years ago, it was just me in my house. About 4 years ago, we moved into a studio in Brentford, and then a couple of years ago, we took a second studio, and then actually this year we've got a third room, which is more of a kind of storage space. Well, I've always been stationery obsessed. I started my first stationery business when I was 10, but I was always told that I could never make a living from it. So I went to university. I got an amazing graduate position at a large healthcare company, and I had in my spare time picked up a pencil again and started drawing, and started to kind of make bits of stationery for family and friends, and all these things brought me such great joy that I just wasn't getting in my career. And I walked in, and I'll never forget it, on the Monday morning to my boss, who was a VP of this large FTSE 100 company, and said, I handed my resignation letter in, and he was totally shocked, and I think a lot of my colleagues thought I was barking mad. The first year when we were a business and it was just me, we had this product that really took off. I had to turn orders down. I had to turn them off because it was just me and I couldn't cope. The year after that, we had a number of businesses do a similar product to ours, and it was heartbreaking because it was like, this is the business, this is the idea that I had that started the business. And since then, I've always been like, right, I'm not going to turn an order down. I don't want this to happen again. And that's sort of given me this mentality of, I'll do what it takes to get the orders out. We've so far sent 200,000 pieces of stationery around the world, and to know that many people have enjoyed what we've made, and to get the lovely feedback. Yeah, I love it. I love what we do, even though in December I sometimes think I'm mad. We still now, both Chris and I, so Chris is my husband, we still now find that we're working every evening, and I get up quite early because I'm an early bird, and I work in the morning, he works later in the evening. But yeah, I think the mentality we have now is that we'll sort of do what it takes to get the orders out. The thing that I do really love is that there's a sense of, we're just going to get it done, we're going to all muck in, it's all hands on deck. I think the feeling of being busy, actually, although it's horrible, is a really lovely one. People are choosing to order, and I think the thing with a small business is you never know when you're going to get the orders. So that when it's busy, you have to feel that this is what you're working so hard for. You're working, this is a great moment, and I'm always reminding myself of that, because you have to be grateful. You have to be grateful that you're busy. No, I think to all other small business owners, I'd say that we've got this, guys. We're nearly there. It's nearly Christmas. 2020 has been the weirdest year, but if we can get through to Christmas, if we can survive, gosh, that's something to be proud of.
Hi guys, this is a message from me, Tommy Myers, co-founder of Oaxaca, recipe book writer, lover of good causes and good food. I'm just giving a little message for Holly Tucker, my great mentor and friend, to say, stick in there, small businesses. I know what it's like. We're about to go into tier 3. All my restaurants are going to be shut for bums and seats from tomorrow. We're going to keep going with takeaway. It's tough out there, but in times of toughness, it gives great opportunity to diversify, to see where your different revenue streams can come from, to look at your business model, to look at your quality of your product. Can I change? Can I get better? Can I improve? What are my opportunities? Lockdowns are rubbish, but recessions provide the greatest opportunity for growth and for new opportunities. So don't give up hope. Small businesses are amazing. People want stories more than ever. There is a backlash against the big mail order companies, and I believe in small businesses more than ever. We need humanity, we need each other, we need to go into shops and see things. Make sure your delivery is great though. If you're doing big delivery, make sure you can satisfy your customers, and then of course don't forget that little personal touch. So I wish you all a really happy, productive and successful 2021 with masses of love from me.
Hi, my name is Mako Ndoro. I am the owner and founder of Berry and Brie. We are the go-to place for cheese lovers. So if you love cheese, we put that together in the most exquisite way with a lot of delicious artisan products. I started Berry and Brie at the back end of 2018. I was in my maternity leave. I was asked to put together a table for this baby shower, and from there I got a really huge response, and that's where it started. When I first started, it was me. I was going to the events on my own. I was setting up on my own. Now we have a team. My family is a lot more involved. It's crazy. I manage staff, which is something I never thought I would ever do. I think the thing that I love about what I do, I don't look at it as the hours. I love that it works around my children, which is really important. Like for me, I've come from a corporate background, and if I tell you that it's so difficult to get what they call the work-life balance, and when I compare that to what I'm doing now, it's incomparable. My juggle is 24 hours, and I've just had to come to that realization and that fact that that's my life, and I've got to make it work and not get stressed over, this hasn't been done at this time, because generally when you are artistic and that's kind of like how you are, you're very much a perfectionist. So for me, I need things done at a certain time, and I need to know what's happening. It needs to be perfect, and you kind of overcome that and you're more focused on output. Yes, it being perfect, but processes. So I'm a process-driven person now. I've had to teach myself to be that. This year, I feel like I've been working non-stop. I work 16 hours, 17. I'm not gonna lie, there's times I do feel burnt out, but what I have found about this business is that it balances itself off. It's a constant wave and it's never just straight. Generally, the main holidays in the year are going to be busy, and this Christmas is 10 times busier just because everyone wants to get something sent out to someone. During the day, that's when we do the production a lot of the times, and when you're a small team, you either split the work or you use the evenings and other hours to get the other things done. Whilst, you get all these emails coming through, we respond to them at odd hours, and we have to do that to keep things going. I think the biggest reveal that this business has personally kind of shown me is that, I always say this, but nothing is impossible. You really need to aim high and aim for the stars. And when you do that, good things come back, and probably in ways that you probably didn't anticipate. So for me, I always used to put this glass ceiling and be like, this is as far as I can go in terms of achieving. And when you just throw it out there, you'd be surprised what comes back.
Thank you for watching and being part of Campaign Shop Independent. Please do share our message to support small this Christmas far and wide. And thank you again to our small business supporters, NatWest 3, Dell, Royal Mail and Pinterest. If you have enjoyed this video, please do share it. The more we share it, the more people we can help, and the more that we can tell everybody to shop independent this Christmas.